Good evening. You're watching The Big Question on NDTV Profit, and I'm Sanjana. I know you're probably used to seeing me in the studio with my guests, but today we've switched it up a little bit because India has just marked a very high voltage entry into the automotive industry. Actually, I should say the EV industry, with Tesla trailblazing and charging into Mumbai and opening its first ever showroom. So I'm standing at BKC, that's Bandra Kurla Complex in Mumbai, where Tesla has just opened its showroom today. Now, in a market, especially in India, where EV ownership makes up for about 4%, it will be interesting to see whether Tesla can shake up the EV market, which already seems to be heating up. And NDTV Profit has been on the ground since the morning, bringing you the latest coverage, whether it's with regards to the price, whether it's with regards to exclusives around self-driving, and really about Tesla's entire entry into India and its plans to expand in the country. But for now, I'm going to take you through a ground report from my colleague Agni Dev that brought us this report earlier, even before this showroom opened today. Agni, over to you.
Right, it's a bright morning here in Mumbai's BKC, and we are here right outside the Tesla showroom. You can see behind me that the shop is set, the branding and the logo is right there. While there might be no factory yet, no formal commitment for setting up a manufacturing unit, this is what you get as an Indian consumer. Now remember, Tesla is launching its first experience center in Mumbai today, and the store is opening here in Mumbai's Bandra Kurla complex. The store is set to feature Tesla's Model Y, and the model is likely to be priced at above rupees 60 lakh, and this is likely to shake up the high-end EV marketplace in India. Now, why is Tesla's entry important? Because nothing happens in a vacuum. Remember, Tesla is the world's most iconic electric vehicle, and India levies a high import duty on imported vehicles, somewhere around 70% to 100% for imported cars. Elon Musk has long opposed Indian duties, and the Indian government, of course, has declined to cut these rates. But the government has encouraged Tesla to build in India, and this difference of stance between Elon Musk and New Delhi is likely to lead to have Elon Musk skipping his India meeting last year. Now, what is in it for Tesla? Tesla has seen its sales drop over the last few quarters. Even for quarter one, it sold 3.84 lakh units, which was down 60,000 units on a year-on-year basis. Chinese brands like BYD and Xiaomi have already eaten into the EV market of Tesla, and BYD is now the largest EV car seller in the world. And India will likely be a key market for Tesla, because remember, Chinese cars are very difficult to sell here. But what is difficult for Tesla will be to see how easily can it sell a Model Y, which is priced at rupees 60 lakh per unit, and how many buyers it gets.
Right, so as Agni rightly said, we were talking about the Model Y, which is the make and the model of the car that if we can see inside this showroom. Of course, now it's been covered up. But one thing to note here is that this is the only model that has been launched in the country at the moment. It also happens to be the brand's bestseller. It comes directly from Shanghai. But let me quickly now go over to my colleague Vishwanath Nair to take us through the special features of this model, the pricing, and why Tesla chose just this particular make to come to India. Vishwanath, over to you.
All right, so we're right next to the latest Model Y that is launched today in India. Specifically, this is the Ultra Red. That is a very, very popular color for the Model Y and a very, very popular variant of the car. If you can see at the front, you will see these special light settings that they have done, which is original to the 2025. At the bottom, below the actually number plate, if you can see, there's a set of front-facing cameras which help you negotiate any kind of blind spot that might be there when you're driving. If you can come in a little further, this car comes in with a heavy set of features, including, of course, a large screen that is there at the front, over a 15-inch screen there, and then right behind the car, at the back of the car at this point in time, if you can see there, you can see a smaller set of smaller camera that's available. So that's there. That's the big one. The big screen at the front, which includes controls as well as entertainment. And at the back of the car is the smaller version, the smaller camera for the rear seat passengers. The boot of the car with over 2,000 liters of space right now available for the customers, which they can use, of course, to move their luggage as such.
So there is excitement, there is buzz. We're seeing crowds outside the Tesla showroom at the moment in BKC, and we've been seeing that since the morning. But what most people are concerned about, and very rightly so, is the price. Because even those that are actually buying EV models are okay to spend anything between 25 to 30 lakhs. And let's remember, Tesla is almost double of that. So let's actually bring in my colleague Vishwanath once again to take us through the price points of the different colors of the latest Tesla. And if you're looking to buy a Tesla, I think this one is for you. Let's listen in.
You know, the pricing currently between 60 and 62 lakh, that's roughly the pricing for your rear wheel model. There's also another variant, the long range model, which is available on sale in India, and that's priced slightly higher at about 68 to 70 odd lakh. There are, I think, about 6 different colors that are available within the Model Y that is being put on sale. You've got the stealth grey, the pearl white, you've got the diamond black, glacier blue, quicksilver, as well as ultra red. These are the 6 different colors, and of course, depending on the color that you buy, the pricing of that vehicle is going to change. But interesting sort of stats here: 500 kilometer roughly range of this vehicle. You've got a top speed of about 201 kilometers, and it goes from 0 to 100 in less than 6 seconds. These are all stats that are available on the Tesla website, where all you need to do is change the geography you're looking at the car from, and it gives you the option of booking that car. The other option, of course, is coming to the store and actually getting the feel of the car. These Model Ys are enabled with self-drive if you want it. That's at additional cost. There's also Grok AI, which is available to be put on these vehicles, which customers can use, and of course it comes enabled with Wi-Fi. So a lot on offer at that 60 lakh price, 62 lakh price for the Indian customer. Whether customers actually take the bait and buy this, that's something that we have to watch out for.
Now, ordinarily, this part of BKC, which is Maker Max City, is got stores and shops that are very brightly lit. But if you look at the Tesla showroom behind me, it's very, very sleek. It's got a lot of black, a lot of grey, a lot of white. So let me now take you through an interaction that Vishwanath actually had with the interior designer of this glistening new experiential center. I believe her name is Neeta Sarda. So Vishwanath, over to you again.
Neeta, I wanted to ask you this question. You know, what caught my eye is the color, because I don't think I have seen that in any of the images that I've seen of the Tesla stores. What do you have to say?
So yeah, purely white is purity, and I think anything stands way better on a white backdrop. That was the brief I got from them. In fact, we were supposed to do red and grey. We did work around with that theme. But I think finally what we ended up doing, the whites, have really worked out. The cars are outshining everything. The cars are still to be revealed, but once you see them, they will, they'll be the stars. So yes, every car showroom, we're not selling interiors, we're selling the cars. So I wanted that brief, and I worked around that, keeping a very minimalist look. The light boxes, they have got images from, various Tesla, shoots that they have taken. We'll probably be having an Indian version also coming up in one of the light boxes. We're still working on that, which will give a very Indianized look. Even outside, if you notice from the sides, we've got light boxes, which will be displaying. And since we've got only Y model right now here, so it's all about Y right now. But in case they end up going for other models, you will be seeing the screen changing as well.
I wanted to ask you about your experience of setting up the store. Now, first of all, how long did it take for this store to actually pan out?
45. So I think, yeah, we worked around. So I was the chief architect, and the team Elegance has worked around with us to get my dream come true. So we have here Mr. Ashish as well, who's worked around with me. So it took about 45 days to complete the store. It was a complete day and night working. There was a lot of plug and play, so the furnitures were made at their factory, and multiple people working around. The signages was done by Amrish Neon with us. Of course, the complete thing was worked around with Elegance and JLL. I should say JLL has a team of experts who are on it and get the work going. Yeah, so I think
I want to take you one last question with you, and that's about the expectation of once the store opens, right? At about 11 a.m. when it's open, and people can actually come in and experience Model Y right in front of them. What do you expect? Firstly, the structure of the store to contribute to that buying decision when the customer comes in and sees the car, and then that decision to buy. How does that contribute?
so. I think once a person enters a store which has a lot of serenity coming in through the whiteness, it'll automatically calm them. And we've got lovely 2 VIP rooms as well, which are meant for people to take decisions post liking the car. So we have 2 VIP rooms and 3 consultation tables as well. So I feel the store size has a longer length compared to the depth. Keeping that in mind, the movement has been made very ease of movement is there. So you see the car, go to the VIP room, sit across with the sales consultant, and the lighting has been done in that way that it calms the person to, allow him to buy as well. And I think EV is the way forward as well. So yeah, I think it should do great. And everybody's looking forward to Elon Musk entering into India. So yeah.
So you've seen the car, you know the story behind this very glossy showroom. You've also tried and understood with us the pricing and the strategy. But with India's EV adoption still in single digits and a dominant player like Tata Motors, which controls 55% of the total market share, we're trying to understand today how will Tesla's entry impact the EV market? Will it spark a premium-led revolution or remain a niche luxury statement? To discuss this and uncover this and of course get a lot of comprehensive insights, I have with me this evening Hormaz Surabji, editor Autocar India, Neil Shah, co-founder and vice president research, Counterpoint Research, and Gaurav Vangal, associate director, light vehicle production, Indian subcontinent of S&P Global Mobility. Welcome to all of you and thank you so much for joining us. Hormaz, I know you've been with us since the morning, so thank you so much and welcome back to NDTV Profit. Your quick thoughts on whether Tesla's entry can shake up the India EV market, because we're not seeing a very large adoption just at the moment.
Well, look, I mean, these cars are priced above 60 lakhs. So I think you have your answer right there. I mean, to be honest, even if it's taking the Tesla brand and the phenomenon that it is into account, I don't see the Model Y as a single model selling more than 1,500 to 2,000 cars per year tops. That's my estimate. You'll have the early guys, but, at the end of the day, it's an expensive car. EVs still have certain concerns with the current crop of buyers, which we've gone beyond the early majority. So I think it's not going to be something that's going to ignite the market. I think, to be honest, it's really been hyped up their entry from how much they're going to sell at the end of the day. No doubt, Tesla is much more than a car brand. It's a phenomenon, actually. And, Elon Musk is really the towering figure. In fact, if you've noticed, everyone who talks about Tesla slips in Elon Musk somewhere into the conversation. It's one of those companies where the CEO is as synonymous as the brand is. So I think it's all this aura around Tesla that's creating a bit of this hype. And there will be a lot of people who will buy a Tesla because it's a Tesla. But I think you've got to finally see the affordability. And if you look at what current EVs are doing, even if this outsells all the other EVs in this price range, just looking at current trends, as I said, 1,500 to 2,000 Teslas or Model Ys per year is my estimate.
Absolutely. So Neil, let me bring you in on that, because is there any data indicating that Tesla could accelerate broader EV adoption the way iPhones have shaped smartphone markets, if going by what Hormaz is actually saying? Or is the EV ecosystem just too nascent for that?
Yeah, I think EV ecosystem is too nascent, for sure. It's a single digit, as you said rightly. And if you look at the luxury car market, it's just barely 1% of the total cars sold in India. Like, it's almost like 50,000 units car sold, and mostly dominated by Audi, Mercedes, and German manufacturers. So, and the biggest gripe here for Tesla is localization. So what is missing and what Tesla needs to answer is how much of it is going to be localized across the stack, right? From the software to the Grok AI to manufacturing and so forth. So I think for Tesla, it's more of a long game. It won't ignite, as Orma said, the market right away. There will be some tech enthusiasts or auto enthusiasts who want to buy the car and just to show off. And there are elite who will try to show that off. And I agree with Orma's prediction of a few thousand units max, single digit.
Gaurav, let's come in from a production and supply chain perspective, right? So how feasible would you say is Tesla's plan to localize manufacturing and sourcing in India? What timelines, more importantly, are realistic given, its past record in other countries?
I think first of all, we should congratulate Tesla for bringing their best-selling model in India. They sell approximately 1.2 million units globally for this vehicle, and I think they are bringing the good vehicle into India, the best-selling vehicle to India. And as far as the local production is considered, I don't think that they are going to sell well without the local production, whether it's a CKD or the SKD, or they wanted to do some more deeper localization, and without that it is very difficult for them to low down the cost. I think Hormas has just mentioned that they may not sell more than 1,500 to 2,000 units. I say initially they may touch this point, but yes, to sustain these kind of volumes, they definitely need a deeper local investments in the market.
Okay. Great points made by all. So, a major concern around EV is the charging infrastructure, and Tesla has set up fast charging stations at 4 locations. So you no longer have to worry about, your car dying on you. Just plug it in and you're good to go. So for more on this, my colleague Vishwanath actually filed this report earlier, which is a quick explainer on how this supercharger works. Let's play that out for you.
I just want to show you something at the Tesla store. Essentially, this is, of course, the supercharger that intends to charge your Tesla within 15 minutes. It gives you a full charge within 15 minutes. That is, if you're in a rear-wheel drive car, then that is a range of about 500 odd kilometers. And if you're on a long-range variant, that's about 622 kilometers. So this is going to be part of Tesla's arsenal, at least at the beginning, where they're planning to set up 4 charging stations across Mumbai, one in BKC, one in Lower Parel, Thane, and then Navi Mumbai. All of these put together will have 16 supercharger stations and then 16 destination charger stations. That is, if you were to spend the night at one of these locations, you could put your car on charge, and then in the morning your car is fully charged, and then you could take it around. But then 15 minutes, full charge, between 500 and 622 kilometers. That's a lot.
So Neil, when we look at the cost of ownership, we look at charging infrastructure, we look at battery replacement, import duties, how price competitive would you say is Tesla in India really?
I don't see it as a price competitive model at all, because you get fully loaded, localized, optimized models from competitors starting with like 15 lakhs to almost 45 lakhs. The BYD is one of the big examples. It's packing everything, and also the higher end German manufacturers getting into the game, and we are seeing more and more EVs from them on the road. And they pack in more features and better driving experience at this point, and more localization, as I said. So, and if you add all the add-ons on top of it, whether it's connectivity, you have to pay for it. Then you have a software upgrade, which is another 6 to 7 lakhs, the subscription, right, for the FSD. And I don't know how it will work, the FSD in India, because whether if it's the algorithm optimized for Indian roads, it's time will say. So overall, the cost of ownership is going to increase, and we still are not sure about home charging stations and what is the strategy for that.
Gaurav, would you agree how soon before infrastructure and charging stations, service networks, all can catch up to the Tesla promise?
I believe that most of the time we have seen whatever has been promised on the EV infrastructure has not been met yet till date, even with the any of the car maker or by the government. So I think this is a challenging task for Tesla even to set this kind of charging infrastructure in India.
Hormaz, you've also covered the Indian auto landscape for decades. From what you've seen of Tesla's India plans, do you expect them to fundamentally change consumer behavior, or do you think that this will remain aspirational for most buyers, like you first started off by saying?
No, I mean, just looking at the price positioning, it will definitely be a niche and aspirational for most because, as has just been said, firstly, the luxury car market is only 50,000. Then within that, the luxury EV market is even a small sliver. So this isn't going to really, kind of move the needle as far as sales go. But what I will say is that Teslas do offer a very unique driving experience. They're very cool cars. They've got a certain appeal to people, that absolute minimalist interiors. In fact, Teslas are quite different from other EVs. I think they're really high on software. I mean, that's where their strength is. A lot of things, OTA. So, I mean, I don't think you even need to go to the workshop that much. You talked about FSD. That's not going to happen in India. So I don't think anyone will subscribe or pay that 6 lakhs. So that's not even a cost, or doesn't even make sense to go in for that right now. And also it's got some really cool features about it. The Easter eggs, it's really quite funky that way. And every Tesla I've driven, it's made me smile. There's no doubt about that. The performance is phenomenal, and I think more than the supercharger network, which I think will be a challenge. I think what will play in its strength is their range. They are known for giving good range by optimizing their battery packs and having super efficient motors. They've been known for that. And, so I think they do have their appeal. My fundamental issue is really the cost of the car and the fact that it's a CBU. It can't be as price competitive as the other locally assembled luxury EVs in the market.
Right. Great points there. And before I come back to all my panelists, I want you to imagine you charging your car at home, just like your cell phone. That's right, because Tesla's wall connector, you can actually go to bed knowing that your car will charge and will be charged by the morning. And in light of this new launch, Tesla is offering this wall connector free of charge with every car purchase. Let me quickly bring you a quick report on that.
So what you're seeing right here is the famed Tesla wall connector. This is something that connects to the wall in your house, and then you can charge your electric vehicle using this. In about an hour's worth of charging, it adds roughly 70 kilometers of range to your car. So overnight, if you were to charge it, you could probably use your car to its full capacity. Again, as I said earlier, 500 odd kilometers if you're on the rear wheel drive variant. If you're in the long range variant, that's 620 kilometers. What Tesla is also promising is that as a initial sort of an offer, this device will come in free with every purchase of the Tesla.
Gaurav, would you say that the entry of Tesla will have to create and will create pressure on Indian OEMs to upgrade their tech stack faster, especially on battery tech, especially on software, or even autonomy?
I think yes, it's a good aspirational vehicle for the consumers and also for the Indian car makers. They can definitely follow up on the technology, whatever been given by the Tesla. And as far as we have seen Tata Motors and Mahindra recently, I think they will definitely come out with the latest available technologies. So whatever is there available in the global world on the EV side, they will try to take this as an opportunity to bring these kind of technologies at the affordable level for the Indian consumer. So it's a good learning for Tata Motors and Mahindra to compete in the affordable sector, while Tesla can remain at the premium side.
Right. Thank you so much to all my panelists joining me this evening from my new studio, as you can see. I've really enjoyed anchoring from outside the Tesla showroom. But as we wrap up this discussion, I want to leave you with some of these reactions that my colleague Alex got from the ground as Tesla begins their very blitzy opening in Mumbai. With the launch, let's listen into that.
So I'm going to talk now to the guys who've seen all of the cars out there, whether it's a BMW or an Audi or a Mercedes-Benz, and now they're going to probably be riding right alongside the Teslas that come about in Mumbai. भाई
जी
कैसा है?
एक नंबर भाई, फर्स्ट क्लास।
सब गाड़ी देखा रहेगा ना मुंबई में?
हाँ, ये बचपन निकल गया, देखते देखते ही बड़ा हो गया।
तो अभी टेस्ला लॉन्च किया वो पता है?
हाँ, स्मार्ट गाड़ी है, अच्छी गाड़ी है।
60 लाख में बिक रही है वो।
कम है 60 लाख भी, फिर भी बम्बई वाले को पैसा बहुत ले, 1 करोड़ भी बोले तो खरीदते थे नहीं भाई।
तो आपको आपके हिसाब से चलेगा मुंबई में?
चलेगा ना, क्यों नहीं चलेगा? गाड़ी चलाने के लिए चला है, गाड़ी को पसंद आएंगी तो इंसान खरीदेगा।
और ये अपना रोड पे चलेगा?
चलेगा ना, क्यों नहीं चलेगा गाड़ी। फिर
तो अगर आपके पास आज 60 लाख होता तो फिर मर्सिडीज लेते, आउडी लेते, टाटा महिंद्रा, कौन सा गाड़ी?
मर्सिडीज।
क्यों?
नहीं, फेवरेट है।
And I'm going to show them a bunch of pictures and see if they know what they're talking about, yeah? So first.
Mercedes.
Okay.
Ferrari.
Okay. Mahindra. Yeah. There you go.
Tata. Tesla.
So you know that the Tesla brand was launched in Mumbai today?
Yeah, I read it on like quite a few websites.
So do you think that it'll run in Mumbai?
I'm not sure.
It might work, yeah.
I mean,
People have a lot of money, right?
I think it's usually for bragging rights. That'll be the main puller in Mumbai, I think.
But there are so many vehicles that are priced lower than that. Say, for example, in the electric vehicle space, Mahindra has got a couple of good cars, right? So with Tesla, you're paying 70% customs duty. So do you think that people will care if they're paying that much money?
I don't think so. Anybody will buy it because it is like an electric van. It is, I think so, like India, it'll be positioned more like a supercar where like it's usually for showing off ki I have a Tesla.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%.
With that price range, I think so, that is the only way it'll justify the price.
So if you had 60 lakhs today, would you buy a car or would you buy a house?
I don't think so. Anybody who has 60 lakhs to spare is buying his first car as Tesla. That'll definitely be like the third or the fourth car.
But I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about you.
But
Oh,
you
no,
cannot afford
definitely.
a house in 60 lakhs.
Lakhs.
There you go. See the answer right here. You can't afford a house for 60 lakhs in Mumbai. Thanks so much.